Tropical Acres Steakhouse.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the frim sauce with the awesome fave, with shafafa on the side.
Hey, hello, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Happy Veterans Day, everybody. Again, thanks to all who served. And if you didn't serve and you just got the day off and you're just playing hooky and messing around, well, I hope you're enjoying this beautiful day. We are live today at a beautiful new restaurant. It is not even open to the public yet. And let us get us loaded up here on the Let's Eat South Florida Facebook group. Over 175,000 people. We are at Pieter's Pizzeria. It's his second location. He's got one that's been going for a few years in Boca Raton, but this is his dream shop, the pizzeria of his imagination.
Mayo, hang on
homage to
take a whiff of that. Just, I mean, is that the best, aroma that you've ever had in an Italian restaurant to start things out?
He's got all kinds of things. But let's first welcome Pieter Izzo is the man, a young lad. He's not even 30 yet. It makes me so jealous. Right. He's good looking. He's
accomplished.
Young. He's an entrepreneur. He's cranking out some of the best pizza in South Florida at his Boca shop, soon to be opening here. Welcome to the Lunchbox, Pieter.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you for having me. Buongiorno ragazzi to everybody watching right now. Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to Pieter's Pizzeria Pompano.
Bigger, and I'm not going to say better because the one up there is pretty damn good, but
we're definitely pushing hard in Boca for sure. But the whole idea of this Pompano store is really paying tribute to the roots, paying tribute to our ancestors and our Italian culture, and really being able to tie in more of the hospitality factor of being in this business, providing an experience. It's more than just the pizza. It's more than just the imported burrata. It's the whole experience that you get here, that you truly become a part of our family.
Now, we're calling this a sneak peek preview show because you're getting your final ducks in a row as far
you
as...
managed to weasel your way in here before they even opened. I love that about you.
Well, the thing is...
Right before we get here, I do have to pass this along to people that are viewers of the show. I'm on the phone with my buddy Jersey Kyle Martinez. Now, we know New Jersey. I don't know what you think about New Jersey pizza.
Well, I'm a Long Island boy. I'm a Long Island boy.
Brooklyn, Long Island. Yeah. I'm Brooklyn all the way.
Joey's Pizza, Merrick, New York.
But, Joey's. Merrick
Joey's?
That's where I grew up, in Merrick.
There you go.
Belmore,
man. Long Island.
Yeah, same.
All right, so you know Joey's. They were good with delivery and everything. Good pizza.
That's so funny.
But,
Joey's a Mulberry.
I have great respect for Jersey pizza also. And my buddy Jersey Kyle says, ask him if he knows the guy that owns the Pieters in the Boca.
I think I know him.
I was really going to look stupid, like bringing this up. And then naturally, of course, you said, yeah, that's our place. And couldn't come any more highly recommended.
Thank you
from a street guy, a guy that's out there, just knows the people, been in Jersey his whole life where they do have good pizza. And unparalleled in terms of New York and Long Island pizza, but good. And couldn't give you a higher recommendation.
That really means the world to me because
the spinach calzone, though.
He nails everything up there.
Spinach calzone.
So it's funny. All right, we'll start with just...
Could you get Lubie into a spinach calzone? Unbelievable. I don't know.
Lubie, how are you this day? Did you have a good weekend?
Man, I'm excited.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It smells like a pizzeria in here.
Right.
It smells like a high-end Italian restaurant is what it smells
like.
No?
So we've been playing around in here so far for about a week already.
The ovens are fired up.
You got
all the clearance from the city, the electric, the gas.
How is Pompano to deal with in terms of permits?
He doesn't want to say
his. Let me get my CO officially tomorrow, and then I'll let you know.
Unless you're meeting a guy under the pier, you're probably not getting it done quickly.
And this is the thing a lot of people don't realize about opening a new restaurant. I mean, you do your build out, you have your plans, you think it's going to take X amount of time, and then when all is said and done, it's X times 3. And again, it puts a lot of operators in a bad spot. But luckily, you have the Boca location.
Now, how are you serving this? What's the secret there?
So this is our homemade bread right here. So we really pride ourselves on doing as much as possible from scratch.
Go ahead.
Let me get you guys some.
You seem to be hungrier than me today, Defo. So
I'm starving.
You
now.
go in here. I'm going to take a slice, and then we're going to get some forks and
Peter's
knives. We're going to cut up the burrata, and you know what burrata
like an actual
is,
technique
right?
Here, yeah.
Burrata, of course, is kind of a mozzarella.
We're not
derivative.
very formal. We usually don't use utensils. Yeah.
Fresh. It's with the creamy center. Now, tell me about the burrata. You make this here, or you're getting this from an import?
Some things you got to leave to the professionals, you know, and the burrata we get imported. So
look at this creamy center.
Thank you,
Defo.
Wow,
so what you're going to do is I'm going to putting you right there.
Okay, all right.
And we're going to put mine right here.
Is he doing it right,
slice
I'm watching. I'm watching.
Am I hired or fired?
He's a lefty.
Peter's like holding his breath.
All right. Meanwhile,
he's like
you gotta make like an old school model now. You gotta take the bread. You gotta put it in.
You want me to smush it over here? You know what? I'm gonna.
It's not French toast, man. I mean,
fine. I'm gonna just smush it all over on top. I'm gonna stick it in my mouth and make everybody happy. Let's tell everybody. Okay, the targeted opening date, November 20th.
November 20th is our grand opening. No, it's a hard date. November 20th officially is the grand opening. We have our doors opening at 11 a.m.
Yep.
We'll be here all day. We're
November
actually doing
20th is a
Wednesday,
a week from this coming Wednesday.
Correct.
And the address here is
1166 North Federal Highway, located directly across Galuppi's Golf
you
Course.
Gotta get the Apple Maps people on board and slap them around a little bit, because when I type in Pieter's Pizzeria Pompano, it says permanently closed at 1166 South Federal Highway. So that's something we're going to be
real easy to find. A landmark would be LA Fitness, which is a place we want to avoid like the plague. But
I see Mike a lot in there. You see Mike a lot in there.
Yeah.
Salads and LA Fitness are two things that I'm allergic
this
to.
park happens to be one of the most fantastic public parks that you will find anywhere in the United
golf
States
course.
of America.
Pickleball right here.
Tremendous tennis courts and a great facility. Rated #1 in the country by the USTA. They got the prize at the US Open.
What's the name of the park? Is it Pompano
Pompano Municipal Tennis Center.
Yes,
I've been going there for 25 years.
And Galuppi's is a landmark that a lot of people know. Now we're cooking. Now we got some.
Although Galuppi's gets a mixed bag of reviews on Let's Eat South Florida, and rightfully so.
I'm not here
mixed bag
to bury any other business. I'm here to praise Peter
my God,
and
look
his
at this.
pizza. What do we got? Okay,
so this is one of
Wait
my.
a minute, man. This could be an Art Basel. Look at this thing.
This is my favorite pie, guys. I had
Nail
to
it
start
to
you
a
off
wall
with my
and
favorite.
charge $150,000 for it. And then
That's all you gotta do is get a piece of masking tape, and you're a rich man. You won't even have.
That's it.
And this is a classic grandma pie.
So this is our classic grandma pie. So what makes Peter's Pizzeria grandma pie different than others is that I've established relationships with the farmers directly in Italy. So we get our tomatoes directly imported straight from the farm.
Oh,
that
allows
us.
You've been there a couple of times.
I've been there a couple times.
It's like cream cheese and jelly.
That's all right to me. That's all right. I'm not upset with that.
Can you see why Reno threw him out of Heritage? Yeah.
Can we have some napkins?
Oh yeah.
Like, why would you eat like that before you had the napkin?
Because I'm Mike Mayo, and this is how I roll.
Like,
This
don't you
we
scout
always
it
have
out
to
first?
clarify
Don't
everything.
you scout
This
it out
really
first?
is the distinguished food critic from the Sun Sentinel.
Yes.
I won awards. It's hard to believe.
Like James Beard used to sit down and eat dinner with this guy, and then he realized what a slob he was.
Hey, I'm going to let you in on a little secret.
You got
James
the award.
Beard, rest in peace, great gourmand. He
Checked
was
out?
a glutton, and he also ate like a pig. So
Oh
that's
yeah,
it. Yeah.
No, he was a little hefty.
Yeah, he was very hefty. They did a biography.
This looks gorgeous, man. How can we possibly not be already diving in on this?
Because I'm starting off with the burrata.
Let me tell you guys about these tomatoes. So these tomatoes, what's so special about them is, yes, they come directly from the San Marzano region. But on top of that, because we've established a relationship with the farmers, we get them without any GMOs, preservatives, citric acids. It's the most pure form of the tomato that we can possibly find.
And is it less acidic? Because I'm somebody who struggles with,
yes, Mike, it is.
Reflux and all those things. And I
less
always
acidic.
like that when they have those tomatoes that they call them a little more gentle. Tomatoes.
Peter has a little Reno in him, doesn't he?
It's less
He has a lot of
acidic.
He sounds
Maybe he's got a lot. I don't know who's got who. I don't know.
He might have stolen the Anchor Mule.
He's real New York. Reno is he's one of these South Floridians, second
Born and raised.
removed.
Merrick Belmore kid. I'm a Merrick Belmore kid.
Merrick
my whole
Belmore,
life.
yeah.
Yep. I don't know if I should.
No,
say
you used to roll down to Jones Beach.
all the time.
Do you remember Bob's Hamburgers by the one?
Come on.
Was that not the best burger?
That was a monster spot. All American, Massapequa. Remember that?
Yeah. Massapequa Park, Amityville, Copac, Lindenhurst, and Babylon.
That's
go.
it.
Did you take the Long Island
Babylon.
Railroad? Yeah.
Going down, we're going down memory lane here.
I can't
or
believe
the
he's from
Meadowbrook
Merrick, this guy.
Parkway.
Well,
or
my
South-
It was a
background-
different place, though. I mean, if you're 30, a lot of things have changed there.
Oh, yeah.
One of which is a really nice place, Mike Mayo, and this is good for all the foodies out there that are going to Long Island. The Freeport area really changed
Absolutely.
the way that they did all of those restaurants on the pier
Mile,
there.
yeah.
Oh my God, what a difference from what it was when I was
Unfortunately,
like.
they also changed the area around Roosevelt Raceway, which is no more. I used to go there all the time.
Fortunoffs, yeah, me too. But
that Westbury, right? Was that old Westbury, something like that? Was
but-
Westbury Music Theater?
That's right.
All
That's
these
right.
things. All right. We
we're
got to
gonna
dive
have
into
to
this
dive in.
grandma
Yeah,
pie.
yeah.
I do have a question, and this is kind of like
Hit
a judgy thing. When you get he's answering my question. He's going right for the
So
corner.
that was the question you
I
beat
like
me
the
to.
corner.
And what do you go for first? You go
I'm
a
going for
corner
the corner.
guy or
I'm
you a
going
side
corner.
So
guy?
I'm kind of
corner.
an edge guy. You know,
Going corner
center.
for Lubie.
I like
Edge?
corners a little
No,
too
no,
much, though.
See,
I like
I
having.
like a long edge, so I go
Yeah.
for the long
Oh,
side.
there you go. You
Well,
take
good
them
call.
both.
Yup.
That's the way to do it.
This
Oh,
is
man.
what I go for.
Now,
This is the grandma pie.
This is the grandma
this
pie
is,
here.
I hate
baked
to
in a
curse on the
cast
show,
iron.
so I'm just going to say this is freaking delicious.
Thank you.
And he was all nervous last night. Oh my God, this guy. And I don't know if it's fear or respect. He's like, I don't know if we're ready yet. You know, we just fired up the ovens. We did 100 R&D pies today. I don't know
Meanwhile,
if it's. I
you
don't
don't know
if
that
it's,
his angle is he just wants a free lunch.
Right.
So
No,
why don't
but-
you open your restaurant when you're closed?
No, but he's all worried about is it going to come out right? Because like ovens, like anything else,
This
takes
you
time.
got
It
to
takes
season
time.
them. They got to
them.
get a
You gotta
little bit
season
of.
them.
you
Our
gotta-
goal this week is to throw at least 1,000 to 2,000 pies through these
Oh,
ovens.
just through it.
Just pump them
What
through.
do you do with
burn
them?
them.
You donate them to.
You need somebody to be here the rest of the time.
So I called the church up the block,
Beautiful.
and we're gonna donate.
I was gonna say that's
we're
great.
gonna donate to the church for the kids up the block.
And these are the things that restaurateurs do all the time. They're not doing it for the publicity, but when they're testing stuff,
Yeah, why waste
gonna
the
do
Why
it.
food?
waste? Why waste? Why waste?
that's a gorgeous
Wow.
thing. What do you think of this pie?
This is fantastic.
It's thin.
Because a lot of time when they do grandma, I know it leans sweet, but it's usually too sweet for me.
Too sweet. So that's
This isn't
Yeah.
too sweet. It's a little sweet, but it's not like overwhelmingly sweet.
Mhm.
You're always thinking the last slice of pizza you ate was the best you ever had in your life. That might be the best I've ever had in my life. That is great.
Thank you
Thin,
so much.
crispy.
That is great.
It's also thinner too. Usually a lot of time it's a little thicker.
A little thicker.
This is thinner.
We get them nice and thin. A Long Island boy, you
Grandma
gotta have a
pie
thin
is
slice.
supposed to be thin. It's not a
The ones we've
Sicilian
had
pie.
recently are
correct.
not thin. I'm not judging anyone or naming names,
Right.
but they haven't been thin like this, and they're very
So
soft.
maybe
Grandma
we'll bring the
pies.
Sicilian pie out next, so you guys can compare
Uh-oh.
them back to
Yeah,
back.
Sicilian
and see
is
the
puffier.
thicker ones.
Yeah, yeah.
Sicilian is like Detroit style
Oh.
Yeah.
pizza,
Right.
and Detroit actually is Sicilian pizza. They just labeled it Detroit to make their own
What do you
thing.
guys think about the Detroit style pizza? You a fan?
I don't know if you've ever been to Death by Pizza up in
I
Delray.
have. I think they do a
Those
great
guys
job.
do a freaking great job.
I
I
think they do
love
a
that
great job.
pie. But as far as the traditional New York slice shop, you
Mhm.
have it nailed, my friend. And
Thank
you know, I was singing your praises last night because I first came into your shop. Tell them the background. You work. Your family has a shop in Long Island.
Yeah,
and you
so
kind of branched out. You came down
the
here.
background is actually my father is originally from Naples, Italy,
Oh wow!
Okay.
from the same town that Umberto's Pizza is from.
Oh really?
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
they knew each
Wow.
other from back in the day in the old country. Just happened to be of all the places where they moved to in America, they both moved to Long Island. So my parents, on my 13th birthday, I was in 8th grade.
It was your bar mitzvah.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
My parents, they picked me up from school. Pito, they used to call me Pito. Pito, we're gonna go celebrate for you. We got a bigger party for you at the pizzeria. I'm like, all right, great, I love it. I'm so excited. So we go up to New Hyde Park at Umberto's, the original.
Wow.
It's my 13th birthday. Umberto's standing behind the counter, and I've been 6'3" since I'm
Oh, wow.
like 10 years old.
Okay.
So they always used to nickname me Shorty. So they're like, Shorty, Shorty. So I go around. Umberto's like, come here, Shorty. Give me a hug. Happy birthday. I give him a hug. Happy birthday. He goes, I got a present for you. I said, all right, what is it? He pulls out behind his back an apron. I go, what am I supposed to do with that? He goes, congratulations.
Now
Today
you're-
for your birthday, you got a job. Go into the kitchen and wash the dishes. And on my 13th birthday, I had to work 4 hours washing dishes.
That's a good
Well, you never look back from
Did he
that.
pay
Better
you
than
for
a bar
that?
mitzvah.
Pay me, yeah.
He
They
did.
paid me with dunking my head in dirty water all night.
Nice, nice.
It felt good making a little
Wow.
money on your own, and look at you now. And again, so then your parents, you basically, why did you move to South Florida, and when did all that happen?
So fast forward, I actually worked with Humberto's for about 8 years.
Right.
I love that family. I owe that family my right arm with the knowledge that they taught me. I have tremendous respect for them. My brother, honestly, he's a developer in Florida, and an opportunity came up where I was working for a Italian restaurant at the time on Long Island as the manager there. And he was like, Peter, you're working 100 hours a week, working for the man. Yeah. He's like, if you're going to put all that time in, you might as well do it for yourself.
Work for yourself, yes.
He's like, come down and just check it out. And we went back and forth for a few months. I'm like, I'm not leaving Long Island. I love it here. Little did we know, not even a year later, COVID was about to hit.
New York got shut down.
And then
So
New York got shut down.
Yeah.
He opens up his shop on right next to the beach, in
smart
open
during
air
that time,
Florida.
yeah.
So he's able to have establish a
that
business.
was tremendous.
And you were working on the I went in there when it first opened because I heard good things. It's a New York pizza place, and
Right.
you were tweaking the formula.
Correct,
And then when I
correct.
went back a little while later, it was like, oh my God. And I told everybody, I posted some things on the Let's Eat group.
Right.
I said to some friends, I said, you got to check this place
Well,
out.
you and Reno have really been singing his praises
Yeah.
for a long time.
No,
This is a big departure, though, from Long Island pizza. How did that whole thing come about? The evolution of what you guys are doing.
Well,
So once we came down and everything, thank you. Once we came down,
I like it. He's eating his own product.
we
It's good.
figured
No,
out really
that's-
quick.
I
Yeah,
love
you
seeing
know.
this.
It's really good.
We figured out really quick that there are certain variables that we need to mimic and match in
Yeah.
order to create a real proper Long Island pie. Because I consider this a Long Island
Staple.
proper pizza
Mm-hmm.
with like a little hint of Brooklyn influence into it. The water. Everybody talks about
Yeah, they
the
always talk
water.
about the water.
Everybody talks about the water. The water is a big thing.
Well,
The
with
water's a
pizza and
big thing.
bagels, water.
So I actually studied water on Long Island for a year.
Oh wow.
Before I officially made the move down to South Florida. And what I found out was, I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. You're able to find the water analysis through the health department based off an address. So everything that I did was all legal.
Right.
I would look up addresses for what I considered phenomenal pizzerias, then go to the health department, pull their water analysis. And then I found this company that's partnered with Starbucks. And if you think about what Starbucks is, they're essentially a water-based company because they do all their process to have the
Coffee.
same coffee beans every single time. Well, if you have the same coffee beans, but you're in New York, you have a cup of coffee, you're in California, you have a cup of coffee, and it's different. Well, it's not a brand standard anymore, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
So they created their own filtration system that just made it all the same. Nothing,
Right.
no DNA structure.
Consistency. It's all about
Correct.
consistency. Yeah.
So I submitted the water analysis to them and I said, can we recreate this in some way? They're like, we've never done that before. It's going to be a really extensive process. 2 months later, they're like, hey, Pete, we were able to successfully replicate this water structure for this Long Island tap water through reverse osmosis and a 7-chamber filtration system.
And you did that in Boca.
And we did that in
And
Boca.
now you're doing it here because
And
you
now
just
we
showed
have
it
it
to
You
here
us.
actually
as
did
well.
implement it.
Yeah.
So now it's
And
implemented.
when people in New York talk about it, it's the water. It's the water. It's partly truth, and it's also the humidity, which is why off to the side here, which you can't see, but you have a dough room that's
Correct.
humidity, climate controlled, right?
Correct. And that was one of the bigger things that we were struggling with in our Boca location, which is why we're so proud of this location here in Pompano. Pompano is going to be our commissary now. So we're going to
Okay.
create all of our dough, sauce, cheese,
Oh,
all
and
the
then you're
core
going to ship it up
items
there
here.
and bake it up there. Okay.
Correct.
Um,
And
Very
then-
nice. How tough was it to crack the pizza market in Boca, though? Because there are a zillion different offerings here. Mayo's a huge pizza guy, and we've been to a lot of places.
yeah, but I got to be
They'll
honest.
put out a quality
There's
product.
not a lot of New York style
Slice
slice
place.
joints out
Correct.
there.
There's a lot of
them-
Neapolitan style.
Yeah, a lot of ones you sit down, and there's some good ones too. I mean, like
Right.
there's New York pie joints like the old school Totonos and John's
Correct.
and Patsy's, and then
Correct.
you have your slice joints, and that's what you're trying to do.
That's my
because-
category.
Because what it just reminds you of neighborhood and community, and
That's really what it is. I feel that Pieter's Pizzeria Pompano and Boca is the quintessential neighborhood shop. It's the shop that you see the same guy working behind the counter every time you go in. You always can rely on the product being the exact same quality every time, and to the point where we're busy, thank God, but we remember people's names. We remember their orders. We remember,
and he's in there all the time. He's not one of these absentee.
Oh, no, you can tell
owners.
hands
He's
on all the way.
total, I don't want to say freak, but like he's a perfectionist.
Oh, jeez.
There's the Sicilian with the stripes. Okay.
Oh, my
with the
God.
stripes.
The red stripe.
Yep.
It's been a long time since I've had a Sicilian pie.
I'm going to give you a corner
So
of
the
this one.
Sicilian here, let me.
I'm a corner guy, yeah.
I think it needs to sit. No, go
Now,
ahead.
that's
You're
always
the
a
pro.
question, though. Where can I get great Sicilian pizza? This looks like
So our Sicilian
this looks
is-
like it's going to be answer number 1 on Let's Eat South Florida.
Yep,
No?
there we go. Oh,
If
I
it
got
isn't
that.
already,
I'm going to get this one. Oh, look at that. It's cheesy
Yeah, I want this
and it's
one.
Sicilian
thicker.
corner.
Which one
That's
do you
me,
want
babe.
there, Lubie?
Yeah.
I got this one.
The one right
And
next to you, the one you got.
The
I'm
one
not
I
a big
got.
crust guy if I don't have
This
to.
one, this one,
Yeah, give
this one.
Yeah.
Oh, he wants some middle. He's going
Yeah,
for
if
the
I can
Going
get the
middle.
middle,
That's a
I'll go
bold
for it.
choice.
Middle is a
I'll take
very
it.
bold
Oh, look
choice.
at you,
Look at that
Lubie.
cheese.
Yeah,
pull.
Yeah,
oh
cheese
my
pull's nice.
Oh,
God.
the Instagrammers are going to go crazy.
I'm going right here.
And
All right, what's the secret to great Sicilian pizza?
Time.
Time.
you got to let the dough
Gotta
rise.
be patient with the Sicilian. You can't rush a Sicilian. Sicilian needs time. So we proof this dough. Look at this, guys.
Well, look at that cheese
Look at
pull.
this.
Look
Oh,
at that.
wow.
Oh,
Keeps going. How
Oh,
far
the
can we go?
IGers are going crazy. They're having
Wow,
orgasms
wow,
on
no,
Instagram.
really.
Cheese pull.
Beyond the scope of your wildest imagination.
Sicilian
Yeah,
needs
this is a
time,
Sicilian
guys.
stripe.
We proof this dough for 48 to 72 hours before we even put a finger on it. Okay. That, in addition to only using Grande, the highest quality cheese
Grande
America
is
has
the-
to offer,
that
right? We
is
can all
the-
agree on that.
Top notch. Yeah.
Okay.
And the sauce is right on the money.
The sauce we cook, this sauce is the only sauce that we cook out of our red sauces, other than the marinara. We cook this sauce for 6 hours, low and slow. We let it take its time on the stove. You got to remember back in the day, your grandmother started cooking at what, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. You're hearing pots and pans while you're trying to sleep, right?
That's it. Now how are you going to operate? Is it in terms of takeout? Somebody wants to order a Sicilian pie and they're going to take it home. What's the story? I mean, what do you need to make it work?
Put it in a box.
20
right?
minutes. 20 minutes.
That's it.
Give us a call.
Yeah.
We
But
do all the
don't let
hard
it-
work behind you.
Don't let it. How do you feel? Because a lot of times, pizza loses its essential character when you put it in a box and it starts getting a little mushy and steaming. I mean, is there a good way?
Yes, there is.
how do
Yes,
you
there
do it?
is. By ordering at Pieter's Pizzeria, because we even went as far as creating our own box for our product. Our box is very different than every other box. It's not a craft material. It's our to-go box for the pizza. We created a moisture wicking box with ventilation systems in it and integrated corrugations.
You hear this, Tom T? He's always another
I'm
chef
sick. I'm
who's
obsessed.
a Cajun chef, and his
I'm
big thing is
obsessed.
like you got to eat pizza on the spot at the place, otherwise the box kills it. Well, I think this
Our
man
pizza
here
travels
might
very
have
well. Our
figured it
pizza
out.
travels very well. Obviously, I always recommend to come in, hang out,
Yep.
talk with the boys here at the shop. But for the families at home that want takeout, we got you covered as well.
All right, we got to take our first break. We got some business to attend to with the brunch contest, but we're also going to.
How would you rate this in terms of Sicilian pies?
I mean, if
I
you're
think
giving
it's
it on
phenomenal.
a scale of
Wow.
1 to 8 slices, which is how I like to rate pizza, not
Okay.
4
You're
stars.
going
but
with an ocho?
1 to 8 slices.
Snowman?
Grandma pie was 7.9 because it was thin, crispy, tasty. and that
Unbelievable.
little
Classic.
bit of oil on top. I mean, it was pretty much perfection.
Mhm.
I have to deduct the 10th of a point because I'm insufferable.
Because you're insufferable.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
And then this,
If he gave it an 8,
I mean,
We'd
if you
have to
start
fire
off at
him.
8, all you can do is
I'll take it.
go down. Then it's like 7.9. You can still work towards
Right,
7, 9,
right,
yeah,
right.
there's always room
You
to
got to
improve.
keep the kid honest.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
keep the
And
kid
the
honest.
Sicilian.
Insufferable.
This is me. I grew up.
Wow. This is amazing.
Armando's Pizza Place was under the 16th Street
Ruby, you in on that?
station of the Kings Highway subway stop in Brooklyn, and there was a counter guy named Red, big fat kid who had a mop of red hair, and
Other than that, he was a nice guy.
oh, he was a great guy. But
Right.
everybody would go in after their subway journeys to Manhattan, either at 5 o'clock after work or after drinking all night. And you come in at 11 o'clock. They would be open till midnight. The Sicilian, the square slices at Armando's, and Red would get one. Say, Red, get me a good corner. And
Yeah.
this reminds me of that. It is perfection, Sicilian perfection. But I cannot award you a perfect 8 slices, 7.95.
I'll tell you what I'm going to award you. I'm going to award you the city of Pompano, key to the city, for bringing this to Pompano Beach, Florida. I mean, that's unbelievable.
Thank you so much,
My
guys.
buddy was right, Jersey Kyle. He has a pretty good opinion. But, I mean, if this is what you're serving in Boca Raton and Palmetto Park Road, unbelievable
Thank you so
addition to
much.
the
Yeah, it's
local food
fantastic.
community.
Thank you. So it's
Wow.
actually a focaccia bread recipe that we
Ah.
make. Little secret. So
Great
that
shoe. I mean,
it's
beautiful.
this dough also is its own recipe, completely separate from our regular pie dough, our round pie dough.
Have you sent a couple of pies to the city council? Because they really should be giving you an award.
Yeah, I've given them enough breakfast, lunch, dinner. What can we do to get this permit open? You know.
Oh yeah. Well,
And
that's
now,
awesome.
almost there, November 20th
November
is the
20th.
date. 1166 North Federal Highway is the location. You can't miss it. Peter's Pizzeria.
Now, take a picture
It's
of that
gonna
one
be a
slice.
hit.
That might be the
I'm gonna
classic
take
slice
a
of Sicilian I've
portrait-sized
ever
picture.
seen.
Before we take our first break, I got to put out the good word about Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival. Talking about our man Reno, he's doing the kickoff dinner, and guess what? It is a sellout. It sold out over the weekend.
And you already got tickets that you paid for?
Val, actually, as a gift to
He
me,
paid for
went out
tickets.
and
He did,
paid
huh?
for tickets because we know the Reno event is such an exclusive,
Wow.
selective thing.
Just
So I'm
jammed.
going to be there that first Monday. Now that it's a sellout, though, you go online to vlfoodwine.com and you'll see there's a whole bunch of other events that you can still get tickets to, including great intimate dinners all over town. Our friend Tim and Baloo at the Catherine. Over at Evelyn's, they're going to have one. It's a great events all over the place, including the big events, the grand tasting on Saturday, the new Sunday brunch that hopefully Batch will be involved. Are you
Who's
involved with
you guys
anything?
involved?
Or
Nothing yet.
Yeah,
I'm,
he's gotta
I'm
get
aware,
there. I know,
I'm
it's
aware
early,
of
it's
everything,
early.
but you know we're
getting
getting
there.
amped up. By next year, we're going to be
Are
fully
you
in the
going to be
mix.
at Reno's dinner? Either
Maybe I'll pop
working?
in. I don't
All
know.
right.
We'll see. We'll
All right.
see.
You never know who's going to show up at Heritage. But go online, vlfoodwine.com. And again, we got the barbecue battle on Friday night at a new location where there's going to be great live fire, open air cooking. And of course, the main event, the grand tasting Saturday, vlfoodwine.com. Get your tickets now. Great gift for the food lover in your life around the holidays, January 13th to the 19th.
This looks great. It tastes even better.
It's great.
It's really
I've never
unbelievable.
seen you eat so much
Yeah, you
during
actually
the
did.
show.
I can't stop.
That means it's good.
Thank you so
Oh
much.
no, I mean I'm a huge fan of Sicilian pizza, but I don't know that I've ever had. Honestly, I'm not saying this just because you're here, Peter. I don't know that I've ever had a slice this good.
And the fact that
It
it's
really
early
means
so
in the
much
game
to
when
me.
he's still seasoning and learning the
Yeah,
oven.
that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That's pretty freaking impressive.
Couldn't
All
have
right,
come out any
eight
better.
slices, 8 out of 8.
I think it was
How much-
fantastic. It's as good as something that I've ever had.
It's
Unreal, yeah.
Thank you so much, guys.
Flawless.
Innovative, tasty. I mean, a lot of
And,
times
and I actually
you get
truly
the Sicilian, it's a big hunk of dough, and so, you know,
Right.
it's not.
this
you
is
know,
light, it's
especially-
airy.
It's light,
you know,
airy.
it's-
And yeah, you've nailed it, my friend. All right, let's take
Wow.
that first break and we'll come back with more from Peter's Pizzeria
You're with an artist here.
in Pompano, not to be confused with Peter's Pizzeria in Boca, which is
gets
open.
rave
And if you
reviews.
need your
Yeah,
pizza
rave
fix,
reviews.
your slice
Yeah,
fix,
we-
go up there. We'll
all
talk
over
about
Broward
that.
County
East
/ Palm
Palmetto
Beach
Park
County.
Road. What's the address there?
897 East Palmetto Park
Right near
Road,
the beach.
right
Just
next
look
to
for
the
all the
beach.
beautiful girls in bikinis flocking in to get
Grab
their
a slice,
slices.
watch the waves.
All right, let's take that break. For the finest poultry and the freshest fish, Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market, located at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, open 7 days. Since 1951, a South Florida tradition for stone crab in season, Thanksgiving turkeys, holiday feasts, and everyday eating. Great steaks, house-made sausage, and prepared foods, too. Delaware is not just a market, it's a celebration of taste, quality, and old-fashioned customer service with a smile. Sign up for their weekly email flyer at DelawareChicken.com and tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. When the Brooklyn boy in me wants a great bagel with lox, matzo ball soup, deli sandwich, and rugelach, you know where I go? Grandpa's Restaurant in Dania Beach. It's a South Florida institution since 1957 that was revamped a few years back by a pair of New York bagel baking legends. Full deli and appetizing case with spreads, salads, and platters for takeout and catering. Grandpa's is near Federal Highway just north of Sterling Road, open 7 days for breakfast and lunch. Go eat and enjoy. It's Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved. For the finest and authentic Greek cuisine, Taverna Kima is the place to go. 6298 North Federal Highway in Boca Raton. It's been around for nearly 2 decades. Every day is a feast with grilled lamb and fish, house-made spinach pie and moussaka, gyros, traditional dips, mezes, with soft, warm pita. It's open 7 days for lunch and dinner with happy hour daily from 3 to 6 p.m., indoor, outdoor, private dining, and they are now featuring a monthly lamb roast brunch on the first Sunday of every month. So celebrate life at Taverna Kima. For reservations and information,
Hey Lunchbox fans, is it time to sell your business? You've poured your heart and soul into your restaurant or business, and you want to see continue the legacy you have built. Trans World can help. Call me, Andy Cagnetta, at Transworld Business Advisors right now and see if it's time for you to retire and relax. Iconic brands like the Mai Kai, Mulligans, Carlos and Pepe's, Mangoes, and many more turn to Transworld to help sell. Contact Transworld on Facebook or call 954-772-1122 or visit tworld.com. Again, that's 954-772-1122 or tworld.com.
When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks, they're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 and the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. All right, we're back on a Lunchbox on a Veterans Day Monday. Again, thank you to all who served. It's a Tropical Acres Monday, too. We just saw the spot. But a quick note, they are fully booked for Thanksgiving. However, if you want to go to Tropical Acres for a holiday, they are open Christmas Day, and they're also open New Year's Eve. You could give them a call for those two holidays, 954-989-2500, 954-989-2500. And with them fill up for Thanksgiving Day, don't fret. You could go in there on Black Friday. They won't have turkey, but they'll still have their great things like the prime rib. Twin Lobsters are ending, though, in a couple of weeks, November 22nd.
Next week.
2 days after Pieter's Pizzeria of Pompano opens on the 20th. The last day for that $39
I
Twin
hope the
Lobster
mayor's
special.
here for the ribbon cutting. Otherwise, it's a disgrace. I mean, this
He
is
said he's showing up.
great
and
addition to the
Congressman
community.
Chip.
Wow.
Congressman Chip
Oh,
said
Chip?
he's going to
Oh,
come as
Lamarcus
well.
classic.
Yeah,
Chip
Chip
Lamarcus.
Lamarcus.
We
Chip
love
Lamarcus.
Chip.
Classic. Yeah,
Classic
Lamarcus
Chip is
guy.
one of the good guys.
He called me last week. He was like, Pete, when are we getting this store open?
Good. And Lamarca, with the name like Lamarca, Chip
You know,
likes his
you know he
pizza.
likes
right.
it.
So that's all good. Okay, Tropical Acres again. Go in, open 6 days a week, closed Sundays, and plenty of holidays for you to get in there, even though Thanksgiving is booked.
Are you going to Thanksgiving?
No,
Because you have like
I'm going to
6
three different
Thanksgiving
places.
dinners lined up.
Val's. With Val, we're doing a Friendsgiving the couple of days before Thanksgiving on the Sunday before. Then when Val cooks for her family down in Coconut Grove, and then I go up to Natalia, my daughter is in. You know, I've got the bottom.
What's something that you need on the Thanksgiving table? What's your go-to?
Turkey.
The turkey?
No, and then I'm a sucker for. I like a classic stuffing,
Okay.
with a little sausage. I also
My grandma does it Italian style.
Okay, I like that. What's in the Italian style?
Crumbled sausage.
Yeah, crumbled sausage.
Did you do a lasagna on Thanksgiving?
We actually do manigotti.
Manigotti.
Ooh,
Okay,
nice.
all right.
Manigotti
Yeah,
for Thanksgiving.
yeah.
I was a
just
big
like-
fan of the lasagna on Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
for some reason.
manigotti.
Yeah.
It's
And
like-
I love the fact that Anthony Bruno. Do you know Anthony Bruno, Runway 84?
I know of him. I know he's a gentleman.
We call him the Pope. He's great. He'll be
Yep.
in here. He'll love your pizza. But
Oh.
his father imbued in him no Italian food, no lasagna on Thanksgiving.
Oh, he's
It's
like
the most-
hardcore.
the
just,
most American of holidays. He wants his, mashed potatoes and the stuffing and the, turkey with all the
Mhm.
trimmings. I'm a guy that loves like those casseroles. Like give me a good
green bean casserole.
green bean casserole, or
Green
even a
beans.
Yeah, I
cauliflower
could leave the green
casserole.
bean casserole.
Yeah.
in there.
I love
Potatoes
corn
are gratin.
casserole,
That
but
is
it's
so
gotta,
weak,
can't be
isn't
too
it?
loose.
Yeah,
It's got to
yeah.
be on the more
Yeah,
tight
thicker,
side.
yeah, it's gotta be
Yeah,
tight.
it's got to be a little tight.
Okay, then potatoes are gratin is nice and tight. too.
The
That's good.
potatoes put back in the skin is always a great
Oh,
thing.
it's
Twice
Yeah.
baked potatoes.
Twice
baked.
Baked potatoes.
I
nice
love
one.
the yams with the marshmallows.
My
on
mom
top.
does that.
Come
Does more like a sweet
classic.
potato casserole.
Yeah.
Getting into Thanksgiving, we're not there yet, but
This
we
is
are.
Thanksgiving.
In
Makes
This
you
is
feel
like
like
an
the
Italian
amount of
Thanksgiving
food that's
here.
coming out.
We got more
life.
coming. We got
Every
more
day is
coming.
Thanksgiving. I'm so
How
grateful.
long are you going to be experimenting? We'll come back every day.
Every day until the 20th, guys. If you're in the neighborhood, come on down.
Hey,
This
Beer,
isn't a
12
tough
o'clock.
call. I
You got
mean, come
anything
on.
out right now?
We're supposedly working. I told my wife I was working today.
Peter Izzo, he is the Peter behind Peter's Pizzeria. We got Uno. Are you gonna call him Uno and Due, or what do you?
Peter's Pizza, Palmetto Park Road. Peter's Pizza, Pompano.
PPP, triple P.
Yep.
So let's talk about the differences, because you opened up Boca and you've got it fine tuned now, but it's a little tight in there. I mean, it's only, what are you saying, 800 square feet?
Boca's 800 square feet. It's a quintessential New York slice shop. You're in,
compact.
you're out.
Right.
There's no frills, no games.
And it's right next to the beach, so it's like a perfect
Yeah, it's like a
beach
slice.
spot
Grab a
where
slice,
people
go.
who go
Grab a
out to the
slice,
beach in the
keep it moving.
wintertime or in the summertime, they'll come in there, they'll grab their
We
slices.
offer a couple combos for that store because it's right next to the beach for slices. But everything's really ready to go on the display case. You're in and out.
And here you're going to be doing everything: pasta dishes.
Oh, you are going to expand.
Here-
Yeah, so we're gonna
heroes and
expand
subs.
here. My mom, she's actually a pastry chef. She's gonna be making all of our desserts in house. We have some
Desserts, too.
crazy
Oh, my
stuff
God.
that we're gonna be doing. Bomboloni, have you heard of those? The
Bomboloni.
Italian donuts.
Bumbalone.
Stuff
Oh,
with
when
the
they put the-
pistachio cream,
Yeah,
Nutella.
he uses that same pistachio cream like they do at Anthony's Runway. That really
the
Yeah,
real
yeah,
pure
yeah.
one.
imported
The
Oh,
pure
from like
one.
straight old.
from the
Straight in the motherland.
the pistachio, the imported pistachio cream. It is freaking
Interesting.
phenomenal.
But yeah, we're gonna
Um,
be doing pastas. We're making our own hero bread, our own hot sub
You're
bread.
going to be baking your own bread for
our
the
own
subs,
bread for the subs
heroes.
in house here. 12-inch seeded semolina.
Oh, sorry.
You're like Homer Simpson.
You just triggered.
I'll give you guys a sneak peek. I got one, we call it the Hey Pal. So when you come in, you're like, hey, can I get the Hey Pal? The Hey Pal's with on that semolina,
Yeah.
seeded semolina, chicken cutlet, 2 chicken cutlets, thin and crispy. There's no other way to get a chicken cutlet.
You
guys.
had them at crispy.
thin and crispy.
You
They
pound
gotta
them
be
out?
pounded thin,
Okay. Yeah, that's
almost translucent.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
You know, there's a different schools of thought on that. I am
I'm
I'm
open to
an
all.
agnostic when it comes to parms and chicken parms. You could give it to me thick and juicy. You could give it to me thin and pounded. I'll eat it all. It's all good. So I'm looking forward to the.
Thin and crispy is the way we do it here at Peter's. And the Hey Pal has our homemade vodka sauce on top that we use the rendered fat from when we make our meatballs as the oil.
rendered fat, just what I need.
And we saute prosciutto and shallots as the base. And then we kick it off with our San Marzano tomatoes. So that's going to be our vodka sauce right on top of those chicken cutlets. A beautiful piece of the burrata that we just had here, cut right in half, and then a
It's
splash
gonna
of
be
some
a
pesto
full,
basil.
Beautiful menu. It's a bigger
Yeah.
location. Some 8 top seats here.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see just shy of 40 in here.
And again, classic old school feel. You tell me, people can't see the wall here. They see the Baker's Pride ovens behind us, but you got brick imported from Brooklyn that your cousin tore up from the, I guess they were
Yeah,
going to
so-
just discard them because that's what they're doing now.
How classic
Looks
Italian.
like Clinton Avenue. I mean, it really
looks
does.
great.
Yeah. It was off the back
I
of a
think I
truck,
played
actually.
punchball on some of these bricks.
Classic Italian. We know a guy.
Oh, wait a minute. What's wrong with this guy? I mean, what are you
Wow,
talking
here we
about?
go.
Oh,
Oh,
my
that's
God.
the tomato with stracciatella.
So this is our burrata
Oh.
pie, guys. So the burrata pie that we make
I'm
here,
sorry. Wow, look at that thing. That is
it's on
great.
it's on a deep dish pie. So we let
So
this pie
is
proof.
a thicker crust, but it's nowhere near as.
It's not thick, though.
It's not like a Chicago.
Once you
deep
pull the
dish.
slice out and you should see some beautiful air pockets going all the way throughout the whole pie.
I'm going to say this. I've lived in Pompano Beach over 30 years. I've never seen anything quite like this in terms
So-
of a new entry
and-
into the food community.
And here's the thing, because when we grew up, the corner slice shops, it was, as the kids say today, basic. You had
Yeah.
your cheese,
Right.
your pepperoni,
pizza
your
industry has
mushroom.
changed
right.
But
dramatically.
now, again, even when you go into Brooklyn
Yeah.
in the slice shop, you see like Peter's.
Wow.
He's got 20 different pies, and now you got the different kinds of the chicken. You've got the baked ziti pies.
Yeah.
You got.
Well,
mean,
Mike,
it's
I
been a
remember
whole
even
change in
working at
culture.
Umberto's when I
Yeah.
was a kid, 15, 16 years old. Regular grandma Sicilian margarita.
That
Was it. No
Right.
pepperoni out on that display.
Really?
Nothing.
No mushrooms, no
If you ordered a pepperoni slice at that pizzeria back in the day,
You get
the
slapped.
guys would give you the eyes like,
You
Wow.
know, it's great
Come
too. We haven't had any meat on any of these pizzas, and they're all delicious.
thank
Well,
you.
But-
Normally, that's the first thing I'm thinking. Like, give me some
But
pepperoni.
obviously, he will have the full array of the sauces
Yes.
No doubt,
and the pepperoni.
Without it, I mean, you could
Yup.
become a vegetarian right here.
The
At
pepperoni
Peter's
that
place.
we're using, it's called Etzo
Oh, the
pepperoni,
cups.
the cup and char. They use
that
the
a-
cup
Great,
and char.
yeah.
Out of Buffalo, New York, or something like
Those
that.
are out of Ohio,
Ohio.
and they're actually rated #1 in America
Yep.
for 5 years in a row now.
Yep.
So,
Well, you got it. You got it all. Are you gonna have anchovy? Is that
of
an option?
course,
Okay.
you got to have the classics
from
for
New
the
York,
OGs.
you
You
gotta
know,
have
you got to have it.
Nice.
Not my cup of tea, but for you guys, no
I like
problem.
anchovies.
I'm
I
with
like
you.
everything. And the older I get, I've adopted kind of the pizza philosophy of life. I've become more like pizza in that I am round and baked.
You have to try a slice of that mayo, man. Come on.
I'm going in.
That looks great. Now,
I'm
this is
gonna
called
go-
what again?
We're calling this the burrata pie.
Okay, so
Burrata
this is
pie.
burrata
I'm gonna
pie.
go one that has a lot of
You need a lot of
cheese. So
cheese.
this
on
So
is
it.
you got
burrata.
the burrata,
slice
Slice
next
fresh
to it. There you go.
basil,
There you go.
our San Marzano plum
Oh,
tomatoes,
look at that. Wow.
and then an 18-month aged grana padano that we shave on
You're going to
top.
be kidding me. And what's a pie like this going to cost the public?
Oh,
out
and the
there?
burrata is
Pie like this for the public is going to be $22.
That's it?
We're here for the people. We're here
Wow,
for the
wow.
people. We really
When
want to
you're
embed
using
ourselves.
top-notch
Are you,
ingredients,
We're
like-
using top-notch ingredients.
Are you looking to lose money here? Or, I mean, how are you going to do that with $22?
We're looking for loyalty. We're looking for loyalty.
Okay.
We're looking for
Are
loyalty.
you gonna sell these by the slice or
These are going to be available
By
by
the
the slice
slice.
and by the full pie. Yep.
Wow.
$4.55?
So by the slice, we're going
I'd
to cut
pay
them into.
$7 for this.
It's going to be a $6 pie slice.
Yep.
So a little bit bigger than what you're getting, and it's going to be around $5.
$5
and
bucks.
I'll
change.
pay $6.
That's
Look
not
at
bad
that.
for a
Yep.
slice.
This is
Yep,
a
around
$6
5 and
slice.
change.
And
Yeah.
people will be able to get they want to cheat.
The
They
quality,
want pepperoni. Like people will be able to get whatever
Absolutely.
pies they want.
but
100%.
this stuff, this is quality.
Oh no,
You can
obviously.
taste the
I'd rather
tomato
the stuff you
and
come
this
up with.
I'll dig
burrata.
in.
The burrata has this luxurious creaminess to it that it really is.
So
I mean,
first off, no
Yeah,
flop.
you can see the air pockets
No
are
flop.
through.
Okay.
Pass the Portnight test.
Then
And
it doesn't flop.
This
It
isn't.
doesn't flop.
It's a light slice for what it is, but it's not. You know,
No, there's
it
no
still
flopping.
has some stuff to it.
That thing should be folded,
are
no?
you scared of Portnoy showing up one day, or do you relish the opportunity?
I would think.
Give it
that-
a little time.
Yeah.
He's not scared. This is a man.
Listen, you know,
He's been
I'm a
through
man
the
of the
crucible.
community. Okay, I'm a man of the community. We pride ourselves in being the local neighborhood shop. That's our main focus here. That's the attitude that we embed in all of our employees,
Right.
Our family here. Dave doesn't like Long Island guys, though. I gotta say, he's not a fan of Long Island pizza. He's not
How
a
could-
fan of Long Island
How can
pizza.
anybody who professes to love pizza not like this or that or the grandma pie that you bake? Because it's all.
We're
you know,
not
I'm-
afraid.
Like I said, I'm agnostic when it comes to food. I don't say, oh, Brooklyn is the only one or New Haven is the only. I like them all if they're done correctly, if they're executed properly, and if they use high quality ingredients. And on all three counts, you are scoring.
How
my
creamy
friend.
is that, Stracciatella?
It is.
How creamy is
It's
that?
You got him.
it's.
I know,
it's-
Mike. Settle down, Mike.
said-
I'm talking
You
about the
got him,
scotch
man.
over
I said
here.
it's-
You got him. You got him.
creaminess, luxurious creaminess, and yeah, it is. It is definitely.
I don't know that I've ever
different.
seen you so happy with a
and
slice
it's
of
and
pizza.
it's a room temperature thing, so you don't bake this in the pie; you put it on
Correct.
top afterwards.
Correct.
So
correct.
it kind of cools it off, so it doesn't burn the roof of your mouth. It's kind of like a roof mouth guard protector.
This pie ideally is served a little
He's
Wait,
bit.
wait a minute. You're going to
criticized.
let him get away with that crap?
Yeah, well,
A
how many
roof
times do you
mouth
get
guard protector.
like if you don't fold your
What are you
pizza
fighting,
over,
Joe Frazier? And
if you stuff an open face pizzas like New Yorkers used to after a night.
Well,
of
you remember
drinking at
Little
the
V's
bar,
in Huntington?
Oh,
Remember Little V's in Huntington?
yeah.
and you go in and it's hot right out of the oven.
He's
but you're
known
so
for the cold
stoned
cheese slice.
or drunk, and you just can't wait. And you go, and then it just and it's like
Oh, no. That was
and the next thing
classic
you're-
New
The
York.
roof.
This
If they didn't like you, they would heat
I
it up
said-
so badly that you would burn
It's
the
a
heck
mouth.
out of your mouth.
Yup.
It's a roof of the mouth.
You would have to go to
Protector.
like some hospital.
Roof over mouth protector.
There
We
you
all
go.
on the same page with
That's
that, all right?
Mayo.
Roof over mouth
Mayo.
protector.
He invents stuff as the show goes on. You see, as he drinks more wine, it gets more and more confusing.
Oh
I like
man.
to drink wine more than
So from day one, what is,
How many-
are we going to see on the menu? Like, are you guys
How
from
many
day one
varieties altogether?
pastas the whole thing? Like,
Wow.
So we get one chance to do it the right way, right?
yeah.
And I don't want to lose sight. We are a pizzeria at heart. Our whole concept is focused around the pizza. So the pizza is going to be the main star of the show that day. And then for day one opening, I'm going to be offering pizzas and our hot subs, the
Okay.
chicken parm, eggplant parm. Some of the other specials that I have, I got the Hey Pal coming out. Just told you guys a little sprinkle about. I got Ma's meatballs.
Nice.
Ridiculous.
Ma's meatballs.
Ma's
Like a meatball parm.
beef and
Meatball
pork.
parm.
or free beef? How do you make the meatball?
I could tell you, Mike. I could tell you.
But you'd have to tell me.
You already know. You already know.
Made in house, I
You already
presume.
know. Made in house,
Trying
of
to kill
course.
me with all
Made in
these
house,
pizzas.
of course.
I can't stop eating them, Peter.
We're bringing
Well,
them. We have to
that's
eat
nothing
them.
new.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Let's try the regular slice before you guys get too full.
All
I
right,
want you guys to
there's
try the
more?
regular.
Get out of here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the way you described the
See,
vodka sauce, I
you're
wanna try
using
that. I can't wait for the
discretion
vodka sauce.
here, Peter. I mean, you've had a bite or two of each slice. Mayo usually ends
Mayo-
up with a chance
Usually
plate.
I just
I
have
just
one or two
clean
bites.
mine
Today I
dry.
can't resist, and
And
it's
and
just
Lubie the same
so
thing.
darn good.
He's a disgrace like
Peter's
I am.
Pizzeria
I
in
can't
Pompano
keep
Beach.
up.
Let's
Wow.
take our second break. Before we do, I got
What an addition to the community. I mean,
We're very
I'm
excited. We're
I'm
very
a huge
excited.
Pompano Beacher.
old school,
We want it to be an experience, guys. We want it to be an
is
experience.
old
great.
school New York pizza by the slice, but with all the newfangled technological touches
Yeah.
and comforts
100%.
and beautiful. It's great.
It's as if,
I
like,
applaud you.
thank you so
No,
much.
I'm excited.
Thank
Nice
you
little
so
plaza.
much.
And
if
he
you
was
eat-
worried last night. Oh, I'm not ready.
No,
I'm
if you
not
eat too
ready."
much, you go, walk down the street here, and you're at LA Fitness.
Yep. Or you go upstairs. We got a cot upstairs. You could take a nap.
That's probably the better option.
That might farm me right on the floor. All right. Before we take the second break, I got to put in a good word about our friends at Burton's Bar and Grill. It is a new restaurant that's in Plantation, right on University Drive, 1003 South University Drive, and we're going to be there this Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. It's part of a outfit that's originated in Massachusetts. They have one in Boca now on Military Trail, and they opened this one earlier this year in Plantation. And it's got, it's basically sophisticated American dining, but in a casual, family-friendly setting. They are very mindful of dietary needs. They have a full gluten-free menu. Oh, by the way, you have any gluten-free pizzas here you're going to have?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Yes, we do. And I'm working on my own homemade gluten-free Detroit style pizza.
Okay,
for you.
that's going to be interesting. And again, this is all something that the customers are clamoring for: more options, gluten-free, dietary, different things. They will take care of you at Burton's, and we'll see you in there on Wednesday, the 13th at 3:30 p.m. All right, let's take that second break, and we'll come back with the classic, original
That's
New
right.
York pizza.
There's really
slice.
more?
And
You
I
gotta
might
be
big
kidding.
It
bite
just keeps going.
I might put it all down in one bite.
You got to go big bite, I think, on
Yeah.
this.
When people ask me about the best restaurants in South Florida, Casa d'Angelo is always at the top of my list. First class dining, top flight service, elegant atmosphere, and chef founder Angelo Ilia is legendary. The flagship in Fort Lauderdale has been serving the finest Italian cuisine since 1997, with other locations in Boca Raton and Aventura. As Angelo himself says, they have an unwavering commitment to unparalleled quality with meticulous attention to details. It's so good, with house-made pastas, pristine seafood, unique meats like elk chops and bison, and seasonal specialties including fragrant fresh truffles from Italy. All locations open 7 days for dinner. Reservations recommended. For a special occasion or any occasion, Casa d'Angelo. Tell them Mike Mayo sent you. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Taco Craft, Taqueria, and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located at 510 North Federal and Highway in Fort Lauderdale, and also in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk, and soon in Coral Springs. Taco Craft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for a Sunday brunch, and Taco Tuesdays with their $4 premium tacos, including their new birria tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-faced smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sample that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo, the Lunchbox, sent you. Hey, it's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Looking for great seafood that's a little further inland? Luke's Seafood and Grill. That's Luke's with a C. 5511 South University Drive in Davie. Luke and Roxy, they're a great couple with great food. It's a mom and pop shop bringing the freshest fish and seafood to Western Broward. Some of the best jambalaya and fish cakes around. And Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? You can find his famous Scoobies, those sauteed crab claws, right there on the specials board most days. Oh, so good. So take a trip to University just north of Sterling today. Lunch, dinner, closed on Mondays. Tell them Mike Mayo's Lunchbox sent you. When people come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial. It's serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that. All right, we're back on the Lunchbox. Peter's Pizzeria in Pompano Beach, opening November 20th.
Here we go.
If you need one of his great slices right now, head up to Boca Raton, East Palmetto Park Road, right by the beach there,
That's
800
right.
block.
Do we need to be here for the opening?
Absolutely,
I think we
guys.
definitely do.
First
We're
50
open to it.
people. That's the first 50
You're opening at
people
11?
in line. We're opening at 11. The
On
first
the
50
20th?
people online will be getting a free item.
Nice.
Whether it's
This is a
pizza,
week from Wednesday.
You
week
know,
from Wednesday.
free is
Merchandise, shirts, hats. I'm going to be
I
handing out a
actually-
lot of stuff.
We
I
need all of
actually
that.
think
We
we
need
could,
all that.
we could actually kind of come out here.
Can we do it?
Well, we're not going to broadcast, but we'll take a couple of pictures because we have our show that day at Luke's Seafood. Don't forget Luke's for the great
It's a long
seafood.
schlep over here. Yeah.
Well, we don't start that show until
Oh, okay.
2:30.
All right.
It's a later in the day show.
I'm
with our
all in
little
on
Luke.
stopping by.
breakfast slice.
And
then,
Luke,
huh?
very much apologetic, but he's a UM guy. He's a Miami Dolphin guy, and this brings us to the contest, the weekly Gulfstream 10 Palms brunch contest. And
You were probably the only guy that had the winning side.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I nailed it on Friday. I was right about two things
You
last
called
week.
Georgia Tech.
I called
Oh yeah,
Georgia
you're
Tech
Kings
as an
and-
outright money line winner.
Only
Forget that
because you
11-point
hate like
spread.
all of the local
He just
people.
doesn't like Christmas.
And I said
Yeah,
Amendment
no.
4 would fail with 57% of the vote. And I nailed that prediction. The other ones I was all wrong. But
Yeah.
anyway, Georgia Tech did upend the
Did anybody
hopes.
have
Well,
that?
they can
Anyone
still
have
get
that?
in the playoff hopes, right? But
They still have a chance. Did
yeah,
anyone?
and let me recap it. We had like 32 entries in the contest
Nice.
this past week. Guess how many people picked Georgia Tech to win?
Anyone?
One.
Zero,
Yeah.
except the
Zero.
closest was our man Andy.
Andy.
Andy, man.
But all he did was pick to have Georgia Tech beat the spread by 3 points.
Okay.
So that
All right.
means Miami by 8, if I read it right. He said Georgia
All right.
Tech covers by 3.
Okay,
So
Miami
that's
by
not
eight.
even picking
Okay.
Georgia
No,
Tech.
but he picked them to win
He's in
the
the
spread.
ballpark.
He had the wrong horse.
Are you
All
a
right.
gambler?
Oh, he didn't.
I actually am not a gambler. I'm
All
not a
right.
gambler.
Well, this is degenerate talk.
All right.
Yeah.
The restaurant for last week that was in conjunction with Veterans Day next to the War Memorial Auditorium, the Federal,
Federal. Yeah.
the new bar and
Nice
restaurant
spot.
that's
Heard about that
next.
spot.
It's
Yeah, they do a
part
good
of
job.
the Panthers Iceplex.
Right
now.
by
But if
Reno.
I'm in that area, I'm probably going to Heritage.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
right by
yeah,
Reno.
yeah.
But the Federal, a lot
Federal,
of
good job.
very credible place.
people
They
got
did a
the
good job.
Federal, and again,
Very
because
credible.
it's next to War Memorial for Veterans Day. Then it was a tricky race, a maiden filly race, the 5th race, Gulfstream on Saturday. Number 2 horse, Safi Joseph. All you got to do these days is just bet Safi
He was
Joseph.
there. We saw him
We saw
Friday.
him on Friday. Safi Joseph,
There
fresh
we go.
off his Breeders'
What,
Cup
what-
victory.
What are these
What do
guys
we got
doing to
here?
It
us?
was the number 2 horse,
Oh,
and
Jesus.
that was Matty R. We've
Wait,
got
wait a minute, man.
fresh pizza
Oh,
dropping in
Jesus.
here.
Now
Hold
we
on.
see your
So at
New
least we're
York,
combining
your
pieces.
New York slice
We'll
here.
let this cool off for a second. We'll
Cool off.
have Peter talk about it. But first, we got to conclude the contest.
Yes.
Matty R, the number 2 horse. 3 people had Matty R.
Three
No,
people?
none of those 3 people. It was a 5-1 shot.
Maddie.
It's decent.
Number
Yeah.
2.
I'm
Matty
proud of
R,
our audience. I
3
really am.
entrants pick it. And since none of them had Miami winning, it went to whoever
None
had
of them had
Miami.
Miami losing.
It was whoever had Miami winning by the least
The
amount
least,
of points,
yeah.
which makes it
Andy?
a guy who just came right off the shelf. He was in the penalty box for 3 months after winning a contest, and now he's back. And his first contest back, he wins again. Congratulations, friend of the show, loyal viewer, Erica Newberg
Oh wow.
All right.
had UM winning by 5 points.
Eric.
All
The
right.
other ones who picked the right horse had UM winning by 11 and 20 points. So
We had a
Eric
close game,
Newberg,
which it was.
you and a guest win another Sunday brunch buffet package at the fabulous 10 Palms.
Well,
with our
what's your
man, Jeff
first move on the 10 pounds buffet?
I always go
The
for the
shrimp?
shrimp
Yeah.
and the antipasta platter. They have some
Okay.
nice
All right.
Classic.
meat,
Classic.
some salads, a little bit of light
Yeah,
cold
Mike,
stuff.
Charcuterie.
salads.
The
All
salads
right,
is a
Mike, who's he
bluff. Yeah,
lying
no,
to
that's a
now?
bluff.
Then I go to the
Yeah.
omelet. Then I go
Omelet
to the
station.
carvery.
He's not going
Come
for the
on.
salad.
I do
Come on,
4
come on.
courses every time I go to the Sunday brunch at Gulfstream because it's not one of these 2-hour restaurants. You can sit there all day watching
Yeah,
the
yeah.
races. So you get there at 12, you get your shrimp and your antipasta and a little bit of salad.
Hey, take your time.
Then at 1 o'clock, it's the omelet. Then at 2:30, it's the carvery. And at 3:30, it's the dessert spread.
At
Interesting.
3:30,
So
they're
you go for
hovering
the
over your
shrimp
table,
and the
yeah.
antipasta before
First.
the omelet.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It is
All right.
interesting. I'm a freak. What can
All
I
right.
I
say?
go omelet first.
All right, what do we
He's a
got
little-
here, Peter?
This
So
looks
this,
amazing.
guys,
Wow.
We broke it down for
New
you
York slice.
in 2 ways that we're going to be offering it here at the Pompano location. Your classic traditional on this side here, straight regular cheese pie.
Wow.
And then we're offering it on the other side here in our elevated way, Brooklyn style. So this is a very popular trend that's going on in Brooklyn right now.
It is. I haven't been to Brooklyn
Oh,
enough
yeah.
lately.
Oh,
I have
yeah.
never seen
Oh, yeah.
Mayo, man,
Lynn
check out the
Street.
crust with the bubbles, too.
I love the bubbles.
Wow.
You know me and my air
Yup.
bubbles. That's
Yup.
beautiful. So Brooklyn style now is with snipped
Brooklyn
fresh
style
basil.
is doing a chiffonade basil right now and a
Did
shredded.
you say chiffonade?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a fancy word.
My,
He
my
said
mom
it's
told me
elevated.
this
Yeah.
morning.
Got to be
yeah.
careful how you say that.
And a shredded 18-month age grana padano on top.
Wow. I
So
might
why
have to
I
go
choose
for
the
that.
grana padano is because it's not an overpowering cheese. I still want you to enjoy your classic regular.
That is a
slice.
frou-frou slice, though.
Well, what do you think,
That's-
Louis?
Pretty nice.
Louis devoured that bite.
I wish you could have seen his
Like-
face.
like
He
he
just-
was-
I like the basil.
Like the basil.
Yeah.
I think it's refreshing.
It adds a nice,
Yeah.
a clean, like
But we're
clean
purists
flavor.
too. We're purists too.
Well, I like a
so
nice-
Yeah,
you
you
know,
got room.
there's-
You got to try the
there's
classic
nothing
slice.
wrong with the classic slice.
Nice.
Yeah.
I figured I'd try it.
I'm going in for the classic slice.
Really need to
I,
try
I
it.
don't think. I think I'm going to go for this one. This one is calling my name. Look at this. Look at that.
Look
at
There's
that.
Let me see the
problem.
undercarriage. Show it off. Let's see the
we got
undercarriage.
that. It looks
Beautiful.
Zoom
Oh,
in
yeah.
on that.
Some
Zoom
leopard,
in on that.
leopard
We
spotting
got some
on the
leoparding going
bottom.
on. This
Got
is
the air
because
bubbles
we
here.
use a couple different flours.
Are you
Actually,
gonna do the
in
big
our-
bite?
in our dough.
Yeah, well, wait.
Is
Let the
Peter
man,
familiar
let
with
the
this?
man discuss his flowers. What
Yeah,
kind of
so
flour?
we don't just use one flour straight out of the bag.
Oh, God.
I use a blend of actually. I shouldn't even be saying it, but I use 3 different flours in my mix.
Oh, wow. Wait a
Yep,
minute.
yep.
Here you go. You haven't seen anything quite like
Well,
this.
So the thing I don't know whether I want to do. Or
I think you
not,
need to
is it
do-
hot? Am I going to burn?
No,
Wait,
it?
what
it's
was
not
that?
hot.
Where was that? What is that?
I
mouthpiece?
need that
The
roof of the mouth protector.
The roof of the
wasn't
mouth
bad. It
protector.
He's going to eat this whole slice in one bite. Here we go.
No, I don't think so.
Here we go.
He's
Like
trying.
Joey Chestnut.
Oh my!
Oh, like-
He's going to eat it in one bite. Yo!
One
There's
bite.
blood.
Everybody knows
There's
the
blood.
rules.
We need a cut, man. Oh, my
He
God.
takes it the one bite.
Are you
seriously.
guys seeing this here? Are you seeing what's going on?
It's the only reason
I'm
people
watching
watch the show. It's the
Alfonso.
only reason people watch the show.
Look at him.
You could talk all day. It
Did
wouldn't
you
matter.
get a zoom in on that?
I got it. Yeah.
It's so
I've gotten
ugly,
a
it's
few
not
of
funny,
those.
my friend.
Unfortunately, they've seen it before.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, too often.
like an
actually.
I don't know. We've
Anaconda.
seen anything quite
I
like
just
that.
couldn't
Though.
get down to the.
Wow.
All right, you got to
cornerstone.
finish that in the other bite.
All
There
right,
you
one
go,
more
you
bite.
got
You
one
only
more.
get 2. That's all you're
Please
allowed.
don't get sick.
I'm gonna go for this guy right
This
here.
might be the worst we've ever seen.
I am going to polish it off in the second
Okay, if
bite.
you can do that in the second
But
bite.
we got to take one more break.
All right,
Believe it or not.
throw it to the break while eating that, and that'll be an
I will stuff
accomplishment.
it in the left.
You've been doing this 3 years. You should be good. All right, here we go. We're going to come back with more of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox
Oh my God!
in a moment.
From Peter's Pizzeria.
Peter's Pizza Pompano.
Southern comfort food from a scratch kitchen, delicious drinks and house-made spirits from a craft bar, a great vibe inside and out with a spacious patio. I'm talking about Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, Fort Lauderdale, in the heart of the city at 525 North Federal Highway. It's open 7 days for lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch with classics like fried chicken and waffles and shrimp and grits, and creative items like pecan-crusted salmon and a fried green tomato BLT. And the drinks? Smooth sipping and so good. There's convenient free parking and a garage next door, happy hour at the bar, an entire patio, 4 to 7 Monday to Friday, and live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's pet and people friendly and with cozy fire pits for when the temperature dips. For reservations and more information, go to batchsouthernkitchen.com. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, and also now with a new location on Las Olas Boulevard. Those are my spots. upscale food in a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that fresh local fish, a sophisticated setting. I'm talking about Corvina Seafood Grill. It's at 110 Plaza Real South in Boca Raton, just south of Palmetto Park Road. It's the place to go for the freshest and local seafood and fish, some of it with a Peruvian twist like their great ceviches. It's open 7 days for dinner. They also have happy hour 7 days a week. You don't want to miss it. It's a great place. CorvinaBocaRaton.com for more information and reservations. Tell them. All right, we're back at Pieter's Pizzeria of Pompano, opening November 20th. Mark your calendars, 11 a.m., ribbon cutting, pizza cutting. Oh, my God, I broke into a sweat. I can't believe I
Mine's got the pizza sweats.
and you were talking about something important during the break, which is something I love. There is no sugar added in these sauces.
Zero sugar in any of the sauces. We really pride ourselves on importing the highest quality product. And if, just like we were saying off camera, it starts with the ingredients, right, guys? If you take your time to find and source the right ingredients, you're only doing a better service for your customers coming in.
You know, as a partial diabetic, I really appreciate the no sugar added because I'm going to stuff down 4 slices in one bite.
At one shot.
I don't need any of the added sugar.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I am breaking into a sweat. This was something.
Awesome,
This is
John.
great,
Awesome,
guys.
John.
Thank
Really
you so
excited for you
much.
guys.
Thank you so
Peters.
much. The
This was
community,
fantastic.
thank you as
Pompano
well.
Beach.
And again, if you want to get that pizza by the slice fix right now, it's in the 800. What 800?
Yeah, so if you need your pizza fixed today, tomorrow, 897 East Palmetto Park Road in East Boca. But if you guys are willing to wait for November 20th, the doors open at 11 a.m. The first 50 customers are going to get a free item, whether it be pizza, some merch, a hat, a t-shirt. We're going to be handing stuff out all throughout the day that day. And then at 5:30 in the afternoon that night, we're going to be doing our ribbon cutting. Mr. Mayo will be down. Like we said, Chip's coming down.
That'll be good. Well,
Mike-
yeah, on the 20th at 11 a.m. we can do it
Yep.
because we got a show at 2:30 down
That's
in Davie.
Yep.
Plenty
You
of
down?
time. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
I'm
Peter.
stoked.
Thank you
Guys,
so much, man.
thank
I'm
you
excited
so
for you guys.
much.
A
Thank you for your
pleasure.
time
Tremendous,
today.
man.
Was
Thank
ours.
you so much.
It is
Sicilian
again,
was a big hit.
look at this.
Yeah, what was
guy.
your favorite today?
He's
What was your favorite
young.
today?
He's
hard to
good
say.
looking.
I like
It
the
really is.
grandmas.
It's
Your
hard to say.
grandma?
And it's usually
Grandma.
because of the
By the
sweetness. I don't like it, but your
Yeah.
grandma was really nice.
Yep.
All
You know
great.
what?
All
This-
great. Wow.
The Sicilian pizza brought me back. It brought me back to my youth, and you know, nostalgia is a powerful thing. And it was perfect, though. I
Really
love,
well done.
I
Wow.
Thank you guys so
Yeah.
much. Thank
that,
you. We're
Nice
excited.
job, guys.
We're excited
Good
to have
job.
you guys
Good
down
job.
here.
Thank you to Nick.
Yep.
Guys, thank you so much.
Everybody, excellent work here, Peter's Pizzeria. We'll see you, everybody tomorrow.
Delaware.
I forgot. Oh, Delaware chicken. We're
Delaware.
gonna have another pre-Thanksgiving feast. Our man Gene is gonna be. Who knows what he's gonna be cooking up for us. And
Turkey roll is good.
I was at Delaware over the weekend because Channing Crowder, our friend, was there debuting some of his new Crowder powder lineup. He's got
which is dynamite.
taco and a seafood seasoning to go along with his original chicken and meat. And Channing was out there, nice crew out in the parking lot. Saw Jose, saw Gene. They're all ready for us tomorrow.
Nice.
And again, Delaware Chicken is the place to pick up your bird fresh from raised turkeys for the Thanksgiving table. We'll be giving out all the details tomorrow on the show, along with eating some Thanksgiving
Right on.
meal. And that is
Right around the
Defoe's
corner.
favorite.
I love Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving.
dinners, man. I could eat one every night.
not
But
gonna-
you know what? If I had to switch off, this would be the way to go.
Pizza
Yeah.
one day, turkey the next.
Maybe we'll do a combo for Thanksgiving. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Worlds collide.
Turkey tetrazzini pizza.
I've
Right.
never
That
seen
one.
so much great variety, though, in any pizza place down here as you just
you
played
wait
today.
and
Thank
see.
you so
Come
much.
in here on the
Stoked for you guys.
20th. You
Our
can
display
see-
case, we're going to be putting out 20 pies every single day
Oh,
on our
wow.
display
Love that,
case alone.
Oh, it's going to be
Yep.
something.
Yep.
Okay. That's it. We'll see everybody tomorrow. Enjoy every pizza slice.
Work hard, be nice.
Enjoy every sandwich and chicken cutlet parmesan hero.
Nice appetit.